Hello, this edition of Bethel's Writing Center video series focuses on citing indirect sources, also known as using a double citation. We're Amy Richardson.
And Matt Burka. Have you ever been working on a paper and a quote you want to use from one of your sources was originally a quote from something else, a different source?
What do? Do you cite the original source, the one you're using, both? Do you need to spend time locating the original source? Who knows?
We do, Amy.
That's right. We're going to show you how to cite indirect sources in MLA, APA, and Chicago.
The example we'll be using comes from the MLA Handbook for Writers of Research Papers, the 7th edition. The example sentence is, Samuel Johnson admitted that Edmund Burke was an extraordinary man.
As you can see, extraordinary man is a citation, but it originally comes from Samuel Johnson, not James Boswell. First, we'll look at MLA. To properly cite this indirect source in MLA, you need to reference the original quotation by adding the name of the person who originally said it, in this case, Samuel Johnson. Your parenthetical citation should cite the source you are using, which is James Boswell. Before the citation, you need to add the words quoted in to show that the information was not originally Boswell's work. So how would this look in a works cited page?
That's easy. The entry in your works cited page actually stays exactly the same. All you need to do is cite the source you're using with no additions. Citing indirect quotes in APA is very similar to MLA. Let's take a look at the same example, only this time it will be in APA format. Again, you should name Samuel Johnson the original source, just like in MLA, but the parenthetical citation will be slightly different. Instead of adding the words quoted in to show that the information was not originally Boswell's work, you will add the words as cited in. So how about that reference page?
It's exactly the same as MLA. You just cite the source that you're getting the information from. Now let's take a look at Chicago style. Again, we'll use the same example that we used for MLA and APA, but we'll be modifying it a bit. Instead, we'll cut the sentence down to say, Edmund Burke was an extraordinary man. Notice that we don't have to give Samuel Johnson credit in text, but if we look at the footnote, it gives Samuel Johnson a formal citation, something MLA and APA do not require.
So let's take a look at the footnote. Here's how a footnote in Chicago style should look for an indirect source. The citation formally goes to Samuel Johnson, who was the original, but it also notes that it was quoted in James Boswell's work. Finally, let's look at the bibliography. Since a bibliography includes all sources used, not just the ones that are cited, both sources would be included.
As we wrap up this Writing Center video, we'd like to remind you to visit the Writing Center for help during any stage of the writing process.
We hope this was a helpful explanation, and we wish you the best of luck in your indirect source endeavors.